it's a highly trusted position to be an executor or a chosen one in enacting God's will in the world. It's as if all of those that have come before you that were wronged, that had their own personal wills altered at the hand of those that they left in positions of power as executors of their estate, and that were betrayed by those people for their own selfish interests, their own petty reasons. That those that commanded the will gathered amongst God and petitioned for you to come forth to fulfill the will, to right the wrongs, and most importantly, to educate and hold accountable. I'll give you an analogy, and I'm going to end it with this. I always say this whenever I have friends over and we're talking about spiritual conversations and I speak to the world today. It's as if we're in a world where those that really could make sense of a lot of the nonsensible situations that of spirit that we all wonder about have left. Either they transitioned all at one time, or they hopped on the spaceship and bounced up out of here, whatever, they left. And before they left some remnant, a will of sorts, to those that they knew would maintain their existence here. A directional, so that we wouldn't get lost, that we would have a way of making sense of this. It's as if they were obligated to do it out of love. Love is an obligatory spirit. You are obligated just out of the sheer fact that you love a thing to make sure that you do all you can to assist it in it overcoming and doing its best. But what may have been the case is that those that were left, those executors, those that the ones that left chose, those chosen people, did as most people do when someone transitions. I've seen this happen so many times. How many folks do you know change wills? How many people do you know that act like the will never even existed? For selfish reasons. They'll find all kinds of reasons to justify it, but at the end of the day, selfishness. Those that were left would do the same thing. They would alter the will. They would position themselves in place to be the sole beneficiaries of the will, when it was never that way. Yet, because those that trusted them in enacting the will and doing the will trusted them so much, there's no backup to them. There's no one to challenge them. But this is the power of love. This is the science of this world. All things circle back. You lose nothing. Nothing is ever wasted. They will find that after a certain amount of time and them building themselves and the luxury and the comforts of the will that was never truly just for them, yet that they made exclusively for them, that this love would constantly send signals and avatars and experiences to have its will done. Its will must be done. And the further along each generation gets from that act having happened, the more difficult it is for them to default back to even wrapping their mind around allowing the will to stand in its most truthful aspect. They can't even imagine it because they've gone so far in the wrong direction of the will, yet standing in the will. The corruption of the will, that they could not imagine it being altered back to its normal state. And this is where we get the conversation going about how do you feel about yourself? How do you truly feel about yourself? Outside of material stuff, just you. And a lot of it comes from facing you and ironing out all of that, all of those wrinkles. The wrinkles that come from you smashing all of that stuff to the recesses of your mind that you don't want to face because you know you've altered the will. You've altered the will and you let me push it back and I'll keep pushing it.